Let's make some jalapeno cheddar bay biscuits. Super simple recipe. We have preheated our oven to 425 degrees, or it's about to be preheated. In our mixing bowl, we're going to add 1 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 1/2 teaspoons of sugar, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. We're just going to whisk that together really well so it's all mixed. Over here in this container we have 1/2 cup of buttermilk. To that we're going to add 1 egg. We're going to mix that together really well. In our flour mixture here, we're going to add 1/4 cup of butter that we've cut into cubes, and they are nice and chilled. And we're just going to mix that together with our hands to make sure it's all mixed together well.
Her pie crust and stuff was so flaky because it was evenly in there. All the flour had a little coating of butter on it, and it's just...
This is Mom doing the crumbling the butter into the pie crust.
Because I wasn't doing it right.
Because I wasn't doing right, not the pie crust, but the biscuits.
Yeah.
Now that Mom's got that all nice and mixed for me, we're going to take a spoon here, or this our buttermilk and egg mixture. Kind of make a little place there in the center. Pour it in. Mix that really well. If you like these recipes, please take a moment to like, subscribe, share. Tell me about what some of your favorite biscuit recipes are. Alright. It's not quite mixed all the way, but that's okay. So, because we're going to add a couple of other ingredients. To that, we're now going to add 1 cup of sharp cheddar cheese that we've shredded. You want to make sure it's nice and cold, and you want to make sure that you pack this down. You want to make sure you have a lot of cheese in there. We're now also going to add roughly 2 tablespoons of minced jalapenos. These jalapenos, we have taken the seeds out, we've taken the veins out. So we don't want it super spicy, we just really want that flavor in there. We're just going to mix that all together. Alright. You know,
I've never seen a biscuit mixed with a whisk before.
Well, there's... it's the first time for everything. All right. We want to make sure that this has jalapenos throughout it. Not concentrate into one section. That looks pretty good. Okay, on the counter here, we're going to add just a little bit of flour. Put our biscuit dough down. We should title this Mom Teaching Michael How to Make Biscuits. So that way.
It's more fun watching him do it and then telling him what he did wrong.
We're going to
laughing at him.
Add a little flour out to the sides. Add a little bit of flour to our rolling pin. And then we're just going to roll this out into a nice round disc. That doesn't take very long because we're rolling down to about a 1/2 inch thick disc. We're going to take a cookie sheet. So our standard cookie cutter. Let's start with the edge. And we're going to start in the middle. We want to make sure that all of these are touching. So we've taken the leftover scraps, and what we do is we fold that back in on each other. That way we can make sure that we don't waste any of our dough. And then eventually, we're just going to have one baby biscuit. We'll set that off to the side. With this recipe, you're going to get roughly 9 biscuits. Now we're going to take a little bit of buttermilk. We're going to lightly coat the top of our biscuits. And then we're going to place this in the oven and we're going to bake them for 15 to 18 minutes. You want to make sure that they're touching, that will help them rise. And then you want to make sure you put the buttermilk on top. Or if you don't have buttermilk, you can use heavy cream or you can use a milk. But you want to make sure that you do it so that it helps it brown on top. Alright, they are done. Look at that beautiful, nice golden brown on top. Here in a container, we have taken 1/8 of a teaspoon, 1/8 of a cup of butter, and we have melted that. To that, we're going to add 1/2 a teaspoon of garlic, minced garlic, and give that a quick mix. Just a little garlic butter. If you want to add a little parsley, you can make it pretty, but you know, we're going to eat these really fast. We don't really care about pretty that much. I'm just going to pour a little bit of this over all of our biscuits. And there we have it. A delicious jalapeno cheddar bay biscuit.